morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am your host, Data T, and this is my channel, The Good Guys. Today's story comes out of Los Angeles. It says here, police searching for suspects involved in 2 home invasion robberies in the LA area. Before we get into today's story, please, if you guys wouldn't mind, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. So let us begin.
Was hurt in the home invasion where shots were fired. 90 minutes earlier, though, several armed suspects had broken into a West LA home. That's where we find Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda with new details in the investigation. Carlos.
Well, that's right, Philip. 2 separate incidents. It does not appear at this time that they are related in any way. But as you said, one of those occurred here in West Los Angeles, right near Olympic, just west of the 405. According to investigators, 3 suspects wearing ski masks and dark clothing broke into the home at around 11:15 last night. 2 of them had handguns. Inside this home, they took about 20 watches and some phones. Now, the owner would not go on camera, but he believes he was targeted. No information if any cash was taken in this home invasion, and there's no description of a vehicle or in which direction the suspects went. Now, the other home invasion, it was an attempted home invasion. It was on Burton Way in Beverly Grove. Now, according to that report, in that one, the person in the home shot at the robbers. The suspects allegedly entered the building, attempted to get into his apartment, and when the victim then fired at them. The suspects are described as 2 men wearing masks. Now, we don't know if they were hit by gunfire. A witness on the street at the time says the suspects left the area in a white Chevy Impala.
Okay, guys, before we hear from the victim or whoever the person on the street was, what we are seeing a lot in many cases is home invasions. What do you do to these people that try to physically break into your home? One case where they didn't use firearms, and another case where they did use firearms. The only equalizer to this is to have a gun yourself. I really do believe that every house should have a gun inside, and every man, woman, and child should be trained on how to use it. If they're not going to be armed to the teeth, they should at least know how to use a gun. This is something that we... how can you prepare for this? You can't. You'll be at home doing your regular duties, and then the door comes down, or an explosion happens because somebody shoots through the door. How can you be ready for this? You are in defense mode. Vigilance itself, yes, that can actually help you very much. We call it head on the swivel. And it's got to be practiced 100% of the time. I know that sucks, but remember, there are jokers, mother flowers out here like this who want to just do nothing but enrich themselves at anybody's expense. Let's hear what this guy has to say.
Two individuals, they break inside my apartment. They tried to break through, they kicked the door down, and one of the individuals was able to make it in about a couple of yards, and then I shot with my gun, 2 shots, and then they run away like bunnies on the back.
Okay, so this is actually somebody, a particular individual that they tried to break into his house, and luckily he had a firearm. He said they ran away like bunnies. Yeah, that's what usually mostly happens. And guys, this is the part about being vigilant. This is the part of self-defense, that this is where you come out on top. This guy was able to get his gun in the fight as soon as possible. Who knows where he kept it? Maybe he kept it in his pillow, his couch, his underwear. It doesn't matter, so long as he uses it in self-defense. Kudos to him. He's a good guy. This is a good guy. This is what exactly is supposed to happen. All right, let's hear the rest of it.
As we know, these are just the latest in a string of home invasion robberies that we've seen across Los Angeles in the last few months. Detectives right now do not have any other details, and they're asking for anyone with information who might know any information about these two incidents to come forward.
Well, guys, you hear that? A string of incidents, okay? String of robberies. In my opinion, guys, everything is going to get worse, especially what is happening in Los Angeles. I think just now they closed down a prison and just let the violent criminals and felons out. This will only get worse. I hope everybody has decided to do something. I'm just going to come out and say it. You should get a gun. You should, and it's not just one, guys. You should have more than one. Different purposes. Long range, short range, close countered. I know it sucks to think about all these things, but imagine the alternative. Your life. Think about it, guys. Anyway, remember, good guys have guns. And if good guys do nothing, there will be no good guys.